All right, testing. We're good. We're doing good. We're okay. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Oh my God. I'm just testing this out. I may not stay here. I may actually go to Haps and do this there. Um, so, yeah. Well, it's fine. We can stay here. I've already got people arriving. So I'm trying to figure out how to get. Okay, I know what to do. All right, I'm going to click go live. Because I need to get backstage. I need to get here. All right. We're talking, hi. We're talking about the Kirk Frank. No, this is not made for kids. YouTube, it is not made for kids, okay? It is not. All right. Yes, we have sound now, everybody. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? We have sound. Listen, today has been a day, but I want to welcome you all to the live stream. I know I'm early, but I'll be on for a little bit because we got a whole lot of tea to talk about, like a whole lot of tea, okay? Plus, it's Motivational Monday, if I can talk. It's Motivational Monday, and then I got to tell you about some of the changes that are taking place and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'm going to do one of the changes right now, right here. Hey, Ray. I'm going to do one of the changes right now, right here. Right before your eyes. All right. There we go. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm not feeling my best, but, you know, you got to show up to work. So I'll take my glasses off for a minute so you guys can see the beats. You know, she's got a little sunset going on the eyes, even though it's raining outside. You like? You like? I'm sorry, guys. I can't do the theatrical the eyelashes. I just do like some, you know, what eyelashes ought to look like. Okay, I don't like them flapping in the wind. You know, doing that thing. I don't like that. So, you know. Hey, MoFit. Thank you. See, this is what I was talking about the other night. I'm like, I really have to get my lighting together because I feel like when I turn on the lights, you know, it's just, ugh. So I'm like, I need to get that situated. I got to get that, you know, together or whatever. So thank you, Sugar. Plus, because I wear glasses. So if I put the lashes on that are out there doing this, then they're going to hit, you know, my glasses. And I do have contacts, but when I go live, hello, Wanda. Thank you so much. Hi, welcome to the village. My contacts bother me though, you guys. So I wear them like when I go out or something like that. But, you know, I'm glad to see you guys are in here. I have added something to my OBS. And it helps me to not have to toggle back and forth. So hopefully, okay, this is going to be good, all right? And I've got to put up one more thing in the studio, and I've got to do like a browser source, because I'm probably going to want to show you guys some stuff. And let me see that browser. No, we're going to get rid of that. We don't need that one. So we're going to remove that. Hi. Thank you so much. And you know, I didn't even put in the title. Memberships are available. For those of you who are not a member, you probably need to, you know, click that join button right quick. Are you loving the lapel microphone? Is this not everything? I'm like so high tech right now. I'm so high tech right now, okay? Like, I feel like a celeb, okay? Okay, I haven't even got my stimulation yet. And but I love the gadgets and stuff like that. And I love to upgrade when I can. And that's why I do these little talks or whatever. And when I first started out, I was telling one of my friends, a guy that I we knew in high school, and I have not seen him in so long. So I actually got to see him today, and I was telling him, about a career in YouTube and stuff like that. And I was like, my obsession used to be shoes, but now it's all things tech. I'm an official news anchor. I'm telling you, I just have got it going on. All I'm waiting for is my tablet. I got to tell y'all about that too. Boy, when I tell you these people can mess your life up, I was fixing to get my life, my whole entire life. Okay? Was fixing to get my whole entire life. And let me tell you, I got a tablet. I ordered it online. It came. I opened it up. It's got a little charge to it. I said, okay, let me set my tablet up, Got a little Asus, a little Zen pad, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yes. Got my stand back there waiting on it. I'm like, okay. Girl finna get high tech and have 2 screens up in here. It's fixing to go down. I'm all like, pepped up or whatever. No. Couldn't get past the first screen. You know why? Because they did a factory reset on a refurbished tablet. Okay? And it said, use an email that was previously used with Google. How am I supposed to know? So I emailed the company and I'm like, y'all just send me another tablet. I need to return this because I can't get past the first screen. And of course I took a screenshot so they could see what I was talking about. So they're like, send it back and we'll try to get it back to you. It's the first of the week, so you'll probably have it this week. Okay. So we're going to see how that works. We're going to see. But I was all excited. I was just like, my little desk is going to be decked out. Like, I got it going on. And no, I was, my feelings were hurt a little bit. I was like, this isn't of God. This is not what I asked for. This is not what I had in mind when I said I needed a tablet and I needed to get things in order. Foolishness. Absolute foolish. Sorry. No cursing on my show. So, I got a question to ask you guys because, we talk, all the time. Y'all know all my business. Here lately, you remember the other night, let me backstory this for those of you who weren't in the chat. Let me go to the backstory. Okay. So, remember I was telling y'all about social media. And I said that I was really tired of social media. I didn't really feel like it was doing me any benefit and all that. It's not, girl. It is not of God. Okay? It's really not. They need to get it together. You're a business. Don't you check your stuff before you send it out? Hey, sis. How you doing? So look it. Now all of a sudden I'm getting these random friend requests. I'm talking about hundreds at a time. Is anybody else? Okay. Have you ever? Is it strange? Should I deactivate my account? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if these people are potential subscribers or not. So I was like, let me load a few videos up there and see what happens. I don't know, but I think they're all from like a different country and stuff. Facebook. Because, I was fixing to trash the book, okay? Me and my lashes were about to just chunk Facebook in the trash. I wake up this morning. Well, it started last night. And I was like, what is going on? So then, and it's not just guys. I would be like, okay, these are thirsty men or whatever. It's not just guys. It's girls too. Some of them don't have many clothes on. So I'm like, what is this? What is this? Are we doing this now, Facebook? I thought you couldn't send me a request unless you knew who I was. These people don't know me from a can of paint. How are they allowed to reach out and touch someone over social media and they don't even know. Like, it's not like Instagram. Facebook is supposed to be secure. I don't see no friends of friends. And I thought they took the poke button away. I thought you couldn't poke people anymore on Facebook. Like, I thought that was, you know, a 1980s, 1990 thing. How are they still able to poke? I don't poke people. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean when you poke somebody on Facebook? LaWanda says, I don't accept anyone that I don't know. I too have had an uptake of friend requests on the book. I'm telling you, it's really weird. I mean, I'm just like, you know, I could understand if I was like for real famous. Not like the famous is in my head that nobody can see, but like I was just really, famous. Like, no. And I could see if it was on Instagram, because I do post beauty pics on Instagram, and I'm learning how to do like, the little short movies and stuff like that, so that I can show people, how I create my looks and stuff like that. But it's not on Instagram. And I do get some randoms on Instagram, but they don't have to ask permission. You know what I'm saying? They just follow you. So I'm not really worried about the gram. Not really worried about Snapchat. Not really worried about Twitter. It's just, I'm like, what is going on with Facebook? That just makes me even more, ready to like delete it. But I'm just like, what if these people really are? Because they're not doing anything. Okay, like 2 people last night literally called me on the Facebook Messenger. They don't know me from a can of paint. It's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Why are you calling my phone? It's daylight where you live, but where I live, everybody is asleep. Okay? Jesus took a nap. The disciples, everybody, we're asleep. What you doing? Sugar said, oh, yeah, I spent 5 to 10 minutes of friend requests, recommendations, child. I just hit remove. You call me and I have not agreed for you to call me, and you instantly get blocked. I don't know if they know this or not, but you ask Doreen, I don't play that. You're not fixing that. I have been hacked and duplicated so many times in the past. Oh, and guess what? I almost forgot. I got to get comfortable. It's story time. Story time, y'all. So, what had happened was, let me put my little bar up there. What had happened was, okay, put my story time. We're going to talk about, the changes and things that have happened or whatever. But right now, I got to do a quick story time, because y'all are going to get a kick out of this. When I tell y'all, okay, so I can't get my sizing right on my words. Okay, this is what happened, you guys. There was this guy this morning. Hey, Walk by Faith. Yes, you caught alive. Ooh, ooh, hey. Okay, listen. I got hit up by a sugar daddy. Me got hit up by a sugar daddy. And he sent me this long paragraph about he's a sugar daddy and he wants to, give some random woman like $3,000, and, he's going to cash out me and he's going to take care of me and pay all my bills. And all I have to do is send him a couple pictures and talk to him because he's lonely. He's a doctor, so he doesn't get out much, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. It's obvious that, I have a fool on the hook. So I'm going to just play it out. I said, why are you emailing me with this? Because you're pretty and I liked all your pictures and I think that, you're great. I said, I work in ministry. I don't think we're supposed to be sugar babies. I don't even know what that means. So then he gives me that same paragraph, almost word for word. Hey, chop it up. Almost word for word, y'all. He gives me almost the same paragraph. I said, okay, what's the catch? nothing. I'm just going to cash app you, blah, da, 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 da. So he's like, what's your cash app? I said, okay, blase, blase. Then he's like, what's your email address? I said, I don't want no emails from you. You don't need my email address. So I gave him a fake email address. So then he was like, I just sent you the cash app. Did you get the money? I said, no, I didn't get any money. I didn't get any money. I saw an alert on my cash app. I didn't get no money. I said, okay. He says, I sent $3,000, and he sent me a screenshot of him sending me $3,000. I said, okay, well, it's not in there. I don't know. You probably sent it to the wrong person or something. But I've never heard of anybody, trying to cash out with an email address. So he says to me, I'm sending it from my business account, my business cash app account. So I got to have the right phone. I got to have a phone number or an email address to go along with it. I said, you don't need all that for cash app, but whatever, So he's got the phony fraud email, and he's got the, my cash app or whatever. And he keeps saying, I'm getting mad for real because I sent you this money. And then I got an email because I was like, okay, I'm going to send him to the cloud because I have a cloud email, iCloud. So I sent it, and he gave me the most ridiculous email. And I know it came from this idiot, and he's probably in Africa sitting at some coffee bar trying to swindle. And the email says to go to Walgreens. I'm talking about specifics. Go to Walgreens, get a $50 gift card, and then bring it back and put the $50 gift card on my cash app. The reason, because my balance is too low for me to get the money. So you want me to go all the way to Walgreens, get $50, put the $50 in my cash app, and wait for you to send me $3,000. That makes total sense to me. Why not? So then what's going to happen is you're going to get the $3,050. It's all going to be in your, cash app. I said, okay. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this conversation. Okay. I'm going to report your email address for fraudulent behavior, and I'm going to block you from Facebook, not before I screenshot this conversation. Dude disappears, never heard from him again, and he still got blocked, and I'm pretty sure his Facebook profile was probably taken down. Hey, Cliff Lee, how you doing, friend? You guys, I'm using my lapel mic tonight. I think I'm high tech. I told everybody when it first came in, I was like, I'm hooking it up. I'm putting it together. I know listen, for those of you who watch the replay, okay, I'd be fiddling around with my sound equipment. And so you probably don't hear me at the beginning. But anyway, that was my little raggedy story time. I just had to tell y'all that because I was like, are they still scamming people? What is that? Y'all raggedy? Okay, listen. Let's get into this Kirk Franklin thing. Let me change my title real quick, okay? All right, we're talking about Kirk and the apology. All right, that's what we're talking about. Let me center this so you guys can see a good. I think that's good. All right, let me transition. There we go. Kirk and the apology. Thank you, Chop It Up. Y'all are so sweet. Hey, Tanja. They are, sugar. They is raggedy. They are more raggedy than Kirk Franklin right now. I know y'all saw that raggedy apology. And I'm not going to lie. I've been getting into it with some folk. But in a good way. Because this is my thing. Before we even get into the apology, the cursing out of another human being, whether it's your son, your mom, your cousin, your uncle, twice removed, whatever, it ain't right. Now, my dad is a bishop. My mom is a first lady. I went to their house yesterday. We talked about it. I said, yeah, y'all need to be watching my YouTube channel because I talk about everything. I don't just talk about makeup. I talk about folk, anything. If it's out there in the news, I'm probably going to be talking about it. So I asked my dad, because my dad has 6 girls. I am the stepchild, but, I'm his daughter. He claims me as his daughter, so that's the end of that. And so all the rest of my sisters live in Kentucky. I don't have any brothers, right? I agree with you, chop it up. Let me tell you something. My dad looked me dead in the eye. He said, have I ever talked to you that way before? I said, no, sir. And I have done some stuff. I have not been a model child. I'm a preacher's kid to the heart. I'm a daddy's girl, but thank you so much, Walk by Faith. I appreciate it. Okay, Sugar said, I didn't hear the apology. He's been a scammer in the music industry for a while. Girl, you got the tea too? Because I got some tea. I should have made this a members only. I'm just giving away tea, but I ain't going to do it no more. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen before I end this live stream. Yes, honey. It's some changes fixing to go around in the hood, honey. The Victory Village is moving on up like the Jeffersons. But anywho, listen. Okay, carry on. This story goes all the way back to 2018. First of all, Kirk Franklin lied because this is not the first time this has been in the news. The first time any of this hit the airwaves, television, radio, and everything was in 2018. And he had voice clips from 2018. That's number one. Number two, when these clips hit, it was a friend of the family that outed Kirk Franklin about this. Carry On was saving face. He was like, they're not going to call me a liar. So what you do in the dark comes to the light. It's in the Bible. Look it up. Kirk got caught. Yeah, Mr. Pornography got caught cussing out your son. Now, I know for a 99.99% fact that Kirk Franklin was not there for Carry On. At 17 years old, he was not equipped to be a father. As Carry On was growing up, he was on the road, getting famous. Never helped Carry On with his music career because he doesn't do gospel music. Kirk Franklin does not contact the boy's mother, not to give child support, not to give food, not to give shelter, not to give nothing. Okay? While you out here writing all of these songs and folks are shouting and skipping and diving all over pews and stuff at the church, you're neglecting a whole human being that you went 50 on a baby and then walked away and forgot about it. What is that? No. I'm not in support of Kirk Franklin. I'm not even going to lie. I got the tea. Y'all know I was coming with the tea and receipts. Kirk Franklin will be doing some interviews because he wants to save face. That cuss out was like somebody that owes you some money. Like he cussed that boy out like, you owe me $20,000 and I want my money today. Mr. Pornography, Mr. Sloppy Drunk went too far and he got caught. And everybody that just loves Kirk Franklin, oh, he can do no wrong. He shouldn't have released the tape and, he's trying to extort money and blah, 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 blah. Let's be real. This is a father and son that have a broken relationship and it's not the son's fault. When you're a child, you shouldn't have to run after your parents so they'll love you. You're supposed to do that because they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And let's be clear. The Bible also says that you are ratchet for not taking care of your own. Okay? That's in the New Testament. Along with being a leader in the Christian community with a foul mouth. I found about 100 scriptures on it today. and did. Don't try me. Can we? We need to go to the Bible because I got them. Chop It Up says he needs to be paying all those choirs their monies. Not only that, he needs to be paying all their child support. The boy is 30 years old. How much child support do you owe? Why are you treating this boy like a stepchild? Boy is 30-something years old, and, you just out here wilding out, jumping all over pianos, and you got your own little show. And not one time have we ever seen Carry On, as one of the musicians. We've never seen him with you. Everybody else have their kids with them. Hey, Carol. How you doing? Hey, Erica. Hi, guys. And I agree. That cuss out was epic. That cuss out was messed up. And I will not jump on the Kirk Franklin bandwagon talking about, I got cussed out when I was a kid and I'm all right. If you got cussed out when you were a kid and you're still talking about it, clearly you're not all right. You probably have some broken relationships of your own you can testify about. That's not cool. That's mental abuse. And just because, you went half on a baby does not give you the right to mistreat a child. Doesn't give you the right to mistreat anybody. So you need to be clear. And not only that, but even if this boy was a complete and total stranger, as a Christian, you call yourself a Christian, you're wearing the label of a Christian, right? What you doing cussing somebody out, period, for? I mean, these parents and stuff that are talking all this smack about, I wish my kid would. Your children are in the house with you, I bet. Ask Kirk where Carry On lived. See if he come up with a good address. Doreen said, according to Ricky Smiley, Kirk was right for cussing him out according to Ricky because he took care of him. But he didn't. Kirk was an absent parent. At 17 years old, he talked about helping raise a son. And then when he got famous, he disappeared into thin air. So he didn't raise Carry On. If he did, they wouldn't be fussing the way that they are. Bet you anything, Carry On probably wanted to talk to his dad about, can I see you? Because like I said, Carry On is a musician as well. Why is Kirk Franklin, out here trying to win Grammys and stuff, and your son is not even employed in your band? Ain't never seen him on a stage sharing the stage with Kirk Franklin. Have you? Never seen him. We see Kirk Franklin on tour buses and jumping out of limousines and all kinds of stuff. All up on Sunday Best. I ain't never seen that boy. I've seen his other kids, though. Got plenty of pictures of all the other kids. Showing them off. Had a whole spread on Instagram about his precious little girl. And she's beautiful. Graduating and all kinds of stuff. Where is Carry On's graduation pictures? Did you go to the graduation, Kirk? That's what I thought. I'll wait. LaWanda says, never knew Kirk had a problem with pornography until last night when I looked it up. Receipt number 1. Look it up. That's why I always tell y'all, look it up. But I provide information when I need to. If I find a link, I might drop a little link here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop a little link, But yes, the pornography and the drinking and the strip clubs, they were all real in Kirk's life. And he wasn't doing that before, the albums came out. It was during. Yes, Kirk Franklin was praising the Lord on stage, getting off stage, going to the strip club. Going to the corner store, buying the pinup magazines, probably had some little Thunderbird, Mad Dog 2020, Crown Royal, whatever. Mike's Hard Liquor, whatever. Yeah. So Sugar Mama says, Doreen, what made Ricky think he wanted to hear his unsolicited opinion? He said he didn't believe Kirk failed to pay child support. Let's ask Carry On and his mama if Kirk paid child support. You know what I'm saying? Because according to Carry On, you ain't been there. And I think that it was filthy. retaliation that Kirk Franklin tried to put an alleged mental illness on Kirion out in the public, along with your apology. That's how you apologize? Kirion put the tape on Instagram because he's mentally ill. And you're apologizing for that. Are you see that right there was the straw for me. That was the straw for me. That boy a bit more crazy than a bumblebee. Oh, LaWanda, the affairs. Whoo, child. I was too young, you know what I'm saying? I was young back then, and I just thought his music was great. And I didn't know he was bed hopping while it was pornography and stuff going on. And that's why, I feel like I wasn't meant to be, in that lifestyle. Like, I wish, I had a Grammy or two back in the day. But for real, you cheat on me and I'll turn into Lorena Bobbitt. Walk by faith, absolutely. Grandma had sent through his foolishness. Oh, Lord. Walk by faith says, my grandmother took one look at Kirk Franklin and said, he's an entertainer. He's not. I've heard that a lot. He's an entertainer, which he is. He's a great entertainer. He could act a fool, with the best of them. You know what I mean? He's very, he's a short guy, but he's, big personality and all that kind of stuff. And, when you're born with something that, it's going to come through. That is what it is. There are great entertainers, that sing, at the bus stop and the subway and stuff because, they haven't been discovered, but they have big personalities and stuff. That is what it is. But you got to do better than this, Kirk. Because the real saints ain't believing you. The real saints, I'm telling you, I was convinced that Kirk was a little wishy-washy with my Jesus. When the spirit gets so high on that show, Sunday's Best, people can't even sit in their seat. Did y'all see the season when Shirley Caesar was a judge? Child, it wouldn't have been a pew up in there. We would have tore that place up. Kirk was standing there waiting on them to stop shouting. And be trying to get right back on track. Okay. No, put that microphone down. Cut you a step. Not convinced. Because it's money. It's his business. It's like a storefront. We're on time limit and you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have time to have church in here. What we got to do is produce a great show. It's always a production at the church house, isn't it? Walk by Faith says that there's a lot of people singing about God but not living God's life. Yup. Look at the lady that was on Sunday Best. I can't think of her name right now, but she immediately went to R&B. Immediately. And she did good as a gospel singer. I can't think of her name to save my life. It wasn't Alicia, but it was something similar to that. But yeah, when she said, I want to sing R&B, I never did want to sing gospel. I just, I grew up in church singing. I knew I could, and I'm not sure if she won or not, but she got high up enough to get a record deal. So, okay. Who in the world want to sleep with a little man? Those women need some standards. No, they needed some checks. They needed some money orders, a green dot card, whatever they do. That's what they needed. You saw that? Y'all be watching that, Tanja, Sugar. Y'all be watching that, door. Y'all be seeing Sunday's Best. I have yet to see Kirk Franklin shed a tear about my Jesus. I have never, hey Queen, I have never seen Kirk Franklin shed a tear, cut a step, hit a shout. Now, he'll get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? He'll dance, but you'll get jiggy with it. And he's a great choir director. You know what I'm saying? And he's a wonderful a show host. Because all that falls under entertainment. He ain't no Ricky Dillard now, but you know what I'm saying? He'll do a little something, something. I had to clutch my pearls when I read those articles. See, people think I be lying. I'm not. I'm a little nosy. I know some stuff I probably should know, but, whatever. Listen, my motivational Monday is for you not to be like Kirk. Don't cuss out your kids. Don't curse out anybody. Somebody had challenged me today. I don't see in the Bible anywhere where it says not to curse. I said, hold on 1 minute. Let me get you a list. I'll get you a list. Okay. Do you want to read the list that I have about profanity? Psalm 34:13. Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit, Kirk. Matthew 15:11. It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth. This defiles a person. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. Shall I go on? I can't. I got a whole page of them. I'm just saying. So, no, I'm not impressed by Kirk. I stopped watching Sunday's Best because of Kirk and the crazy Mary sisters. The one whose husband slept with her friend, can't remember her name. No, it wasn't her friend that he slept with. It was over 100 women. You talking about Tina? Tina's husband slept with he slept with women's. Okay. He was singing in the group with Erica's husband, who's now a pastor, Warren. But every time they went somewhere to on tour and stuff, he would get another side chick or thought, or I don't know, maybe it was one night stand. But it was a lot. It was a lot of women. It just wasn't one. It was a whole lot of women. He said hundreds is what he said because remember, Tina went outside to the garage and tore up his car with a baseball bat. I probably would have had a 45 too. You know what I'm saying? Just for the effect of hearing the bullets go through his car, and probably would have pulled it out of the garage and set it on fire. But she got some type of, outlet, because she needed to hit somebody. And instead of hitting somebody, he didn't have no car when he came back home. Two wrongs don't make a right, but she felt a lot better. I stopped watching Sunday's Best years ago. I don't think I watched it last year. Cliff said, we just have to pray for that brother and his son. They may rebuild their relationship. His son has already written him off. He said he's not going to try anymore. Carry On said yesterday that he is not going to try anymore. He is done. And that is sad when somebody says, I'm done with you. I'm finished. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm not going to reach out anymore. It's a wrap. So Kirk can, pee in one hand and wish in the other. But unless his son has a change of heart, no. Sugar said, ooh, child, I hope she and he got a full panel STD with the HIV. Yeah, they got tested. It was on the show, the Marys. It was on their show when they had the reality show, and they did, get tested because he admitted to having sex with some women unprotected while he was on the road. More than one tour. Hundreds. Okay. Y'all get it. Y'all get the point. LaWanda says, and this is why people are reluctant to have a Christian life. These poor examples are definitely blocking people. I don't pay no attention to these folks. When you can't keep your pants zipped up, when you can't stick to one woman, when your house is in shambles, but you call yourself a pastor, I don't blame, the Christian community. I blame the individual. Because regardless of what these people say and do and think and how they play church, God is still God. His word is still his word. I mean, he left you a whole book here, written by people who actually had, an inkling. I mean, they were in the trenches with Jesus, with God, and knew Jesus was even an entity in the Old Testament. And isn't it funny how the Old Testament is a referral for the New Testament? You can always refer back to the Old Testament and it all links together. I heard some idiot say today, well, the Bible was man-made. Yeah, by men who God selected. He didn't give everybody that vision. He didn't give everybody can't write. Everybody can't talk. Everybody can't preach. Everybody can't sing. Everybody has a job. They have a purpose. And so when you find out what your purpose really is, then you go forth and do that. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have a Bible. So when these people do stupid stuff and they say stupid stuff, I don't pay any attention to them. They don't pay their bills in my house. If anything, I was buying their books and I was buying their clothes and I was buying their CDs. I just saved my money. Go buy me another pair of shoes. Or a new microphone or whatever. I'm not fooling with these people. I can't lose my salvation over these people. I am freaked out about hell. Even if you think for a moment that hell is real, stop playing games. It ain't right. And the Bible ain't gonna change for you. The Bible ain't gonna change when you fornicate. This is the whole thing. For anybody who is confused about why living a good life is a thing, I'm going to put it simple for you. The Bible says that we don't know the day nor the hour when Jesus is going to return, right? It could be while you are in the midst of cheating on your spouse. It could be in the midst of you cussing out somebody. It could be in the midst of you being a whoremonger. It could be in the midst of you using your crack pipe. It could be in the midst of any of these sins that we do. Any of them. And if that happens and he comes and you got your lips wrapped around a crack pipe, you ain't going. You are missing the opportunity of heaven for whatever your body is lusting after, for a lake of fire. And even if it's true, even if a little morsel of the Bible is true, why would you risk it? That doesn't make any sense. The Bible is not going to change. I don't care how you fix it. I don't care how you twist the words up to make it fit how you want to fit. Because I know a whole lot of pastors who do that. Got the gift of gab. They get up there and read them scriptures and put it together so it sounds right to you. But if you don't study to show yourself approved, you'll be believing what this nigga's saying up there. Yeah, I said it. It pisses me off that people play around with this stuff like it's fake or it's phony or something. This is real life. Like, look, if you ain't really gonna believe this stuff, stop wasting your time at the church house. Okay? You could turn Creflo Dollar off. You could turn TD Jakes off and go play you some golf or go watch the game or do something productive if you really aren't gonna. Because I'm telling you, I don't care how many tithes and offerings you pay. If you get caught sinning when Jesus comes, you ain't going. You ain't going. You're not getting on the chariot. You're not going to heaven. Point blank and the period. I don't care how many times you go to church. If you sitting in the pews every Sunday morning, every Wednesday night for Bible class, and as soon as you get out, you go to the bootlegger's house and you get caught, Jesus on his way back, and you got your lips wrapped around that liquor, you ain't going. You gonna miss your train. Okay, don't believe me. You'll see. Don't take my word for it. Just, my mama said, you ain't gotta believe nothing I say. You'll see for yourself. And don't you hate when your parents say stuff like that? I'm gonna let you go on and do what you want to do, but you'll see. I hate that. That's the worst saying in the world. Walk by faces. Both of married man husbands had affairs, and be with so-called men of God singing about the whole. Well, see, now, Erica and her husband said differently on the reality show. Now, see, now I'm going to have to look it up, because I distinctively remember Erica telling Tina that I sympathize with you, but I don't know how that feels. Now, I do recall several instances of women throwing themselves at Warren, because Warren is a deep chocolate tall drink of a man. Okay? I mean, she got her dude to look good. He looks good. Warren is fine. He looks good. Looks good in a suit. You know what I'm saying? Looks good, doing his job. I mean, he's nice. He's handsome. So, yeah, she probably knows what it feels like. And then I remember her saying that, are you sure that this is what happened? Because people throw themselves at Warren all the time. And Tina was like, the man said he had affairs. He didn't say he was blocking the women off. He said he was in the bed with the people. Okay, sometimes more than one people's in the bed at the same time. And she stayed with him. That's some love right there, because as I say it out loud, nope, absolutely not. Nope. LaWanda said you have a firm foundation with Christ in order to have discernment with. Girl, I see it a mile away. You can trick some people sometimes, but not this people's. Nope, not even. Yep, I agree with that. Sugar says, walk by faith, right? However, the shorter sister, can't remember her name, tried to save face by saying she cheated on him too. Ew. Yeah, right. They were raised watching their mom cheat their dad. Did she? Did she really? Now, see, I'm going to have to do my research. Because I got the Ebony magazines. They're in storage, so I probably need to just look this up online. Because I thought the dad was the one that got kicked out of the house. But I do remember his funeral, and I do remember everybody being torn up about his funeral, and that was really sad. And then Erica came out with that really sweet song, Help, and, she was like, singing about, like she was putting some of her life into that song. I do remember that, and that was really touching. I mean, now my biological father is deceased, but dad and mom have been married for like well over 30 years. I think I told you guys that the other night. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine losing a parent and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like going through all of that, everything just happening at the same time over and over. Like, I can't imagine. That's crazy. To get a phone call and it's like your dad is in stage 4 cancer and he's preparing. Like, that just don't even sound right to me. Walk by Faith says that these gospel singers are going to get enough with playing with the Holy Spirit. Jesus is nothing to play with. They have no fear on the Holy Spirit, but when the wrath of God comes upon them, oh my goodness, I hope they make it in. Sugar says, and the dad repeatedly cheated on their mom. I remember something about that. Yeah, I remember something about that, but not about the mom cheating. Because I remember them talking about the Mary's mom and her nervous breakdown. I mean, some women can't imagine that. Some women, I mean, they're not equipped to deal with that. And there was a show that I was watching, Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Tisha is one of those women, to where if if she finds out that Marceau is in fact cheating, she probably would be like, you know, the Mary's mom and just have a mental breakdown. You know what I mean? Like she's the type I can see she'll be on a pill for the rest of her life. She will never be right again. Probably will never date anybody ever again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm. Cliff Lee says that most people that call themselves Christians have clean mouth and filthy lives. Jesus said he without sin cast the first stone and pray for them. He did say that, but he also said that you will be judged with righteous judgment. And what that means, Cliff, is that the saints, the real saints, can see through your mess. So when you see somebody eyeballing you, they may not be looking at you, but they can be looking at what needs to be cleaned up inside of you. I don't like when people use that, but it is the Bible and it's true. But when you start talking about let he without sin cast the first stone, everybody up in heaven wasn't perfect. But there are a couple of men that walked the earth that Jesus said and God said was a perfect man. It was two of them to be exact. One was Job. Who was the other one? I'm just saying. I just like to be thorough, y'all. But thanks for that, Cliff. I appreciate y'all's comments. I'm glad y'all are not quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because that would just get on my nerves. I hate when you be like, doing a show and everybody's like, so quiet. Let me see. Walk by Faith says that, Sugar Honey, I had to run to the potty. Tina and Erica. Sugar said, amen to these money-grubbing, lying, cheating pastors too. John Gray. Who is Baby James? I know who John Gray is, but who is Baby James? It is, Sugar. It is Tina and Erica. They are Mary. But who is Baby James, man? Like, hey, JJ, how are you tonight? Oh, my God. Thank you so much, JJ. I appreciate it. Oh, my God. Y'all are cracking me up. Let me see. Walk by Faith says, yes. She said that, but when she was on the reel, she said that her husband confessed to her that he had also cheated on her, and he said that his conscience was eating him up. Well, the other one should have did like Warren did then, because by the time he told, it was probably too late. It was brushed over with. Like, okay, when was this? 1980 something? All right. No, but the other guy, for real, he could not have pulled a Warren, because when he I just don't know how I would feel if my husband came home from touring and just in the middle of whatever admitted to me that he had been with hundreds of women. Hundreds. Not 100, but hundreds. You're you're married to a sex addict. Good God. Do you know how many people? This man ain't even 50 yet, is he? Hundreds. You would have had to been with different women or multiple women every single night. That's insane. Well, JJ, nah. If I was Tina, definitely out the door. Definitely could not handle that. But Erica, it was too late to even get mad about that. I mean, because I'm in Inside Private Eye, and if I didn't catch that, surely she didn't care. So, I mean, there was no kicking anybody out of the house. There was no, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe this. I do believe that there was an awakening before Warren became a pastor, that he had to get everything right. Because the Bible says that a man who's a leader in, Christianity should be without reproach. So you gotta apologize to some people. You gotta put everything out on the line. You cannot lead a flock as a liar. And omission is the same thing as lying. So I totally agree with more in like, okay, I messed up and this is what I did and this is what I need to do. I need you to forgive me and whatever they said or whatever. So yeah, that right there was different, was way different because I'm just telling you, if I was Tina, my whole orange hair would have turned white and she tore up the car. I'm trying to tell you, I would have told Erica to come get my kids because I got some remodeling to do. That nigga would have came home and all his stuff would have been on fire. Hundreds of women. And sometimes without protected sex. You crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. LaWanda says my parents were together for 40 years. Before mom, I had an AVM in 2014. Then my dad passed 8 months later in 2015. But they stood the test of time with love. Mine was a pastor before she became sick. Oh, I'm sorry. But I do understand. I totally understand. Walk by faith says when you have the Holy Spirit living in your temple, the Spirit will keep your body under subjection sometimes, depending on who you are, no matter how much the devil tries to temptation. Everybody is not Job, but I mean, sometimes it will. It just depends on who the person is. The Bible always also tells us there's a prayer in the Old Testament where the people were praying in the temple, and the prayer was to, I believe, but help my unbelief. So there's always this little door. There's always this little, crack that you might slide, through. And so, it's a lot of people are like, just stay prayed up. The Bible gives specific instructions, not just, praying up. But studying to show yourself approved in practice. Christianity is a practice. That's why we consider it a lifestyle. And sometimes these people who are celebrities, they get too busy to practice Christianity. They get too busy to practice their faith. They get too busy, Where do you fit in with all the touring and the wives and the children and the business deals and the contracts? Where do you fit God in? 10 minutes here and there just doesn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 minutes here and there, the Bible tells you to study. They didn't say just read a scripture every day. That's a good start. But let's not be 30 years, calling yourself a Christian and all you do still is read a scripture a day. Let's not. Have a different prayer. Okay? Let's not be deacon such and such every Sunday morning saying the same prayer. We're not doing that anymore. No. We need some stuff with some power. Sprinkle a little powder on it. A little power. Holy Ghost power. So yeah. That's not, no. And have the right people praying for you and praying over you and praying with you. That's important as well. That should be a part of your, circle of success. Because some of us, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people walk by faith when you talk about stuff and being under submission and stuff like that. If you are really in the walk, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who are weaker vessels than others. And so what happens is you do, need those 2 or 3 that are gathered together, because the testimonies of others will, build you up. So all of us have room to grow. And when you know better, you do better. And that's why I love platforms like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep my testimonies, bottled up. You know what I'm saying? Long gone are the days when you stand on the street corner and you hope somebody passes by so you can tell them about the goodness of Jesus. Nowadays, you can just turn on your phone and whoever's following you on social media can get a little word from time to time if the deliverer will deliver the message from the Lord and not from, just pull something out of the sky. You know what I mean? See, I was fixing to say something, but I'm going to shut up. So I'm about to open my big mouth, but I'm going to shut up. Walk by faces, I could have never took that man back. He was blessed this shit. Listen, walk by faith. Girl. Angela Bassett. All day. You know, one movie she was setting stuff on fire. The next movie she was beating Ike with a boot, was it? Or whatever. I don't know. She was fighting for her life. It would have been a fight. We gonna fight tonight. Don't put me in that situation ever. That should be a lot of women's prayer because I know it's mine. That was my prayer when I saw that episode. When I saw that episode and I saw this strong Christian woman just buckle. You know what I'm saying? And I said, she is strong because all she did was, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. You need to catch your clothes. As I throw them out the window, downstairs, I'm throwing your clothes. You need to get them. Don't ever come back in this house again. You don't get them, that's okay. The garbage will be by here first thing in the morning. They'll get them. No. Hundreds? I know me. I'm saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost, but I know me. Everybody's got, T.D. Jakes said this, and I'll never forget it. Everybody on this planet has a little crazy. And all you got to do is push the wrong button. And you're going to see crazy. I promise you, a lot of us won't even take one. You cheated with how many women? One, get out. This dude said hundreds. I'll never forget that as long as I live. I'm talking about dude had to be exhausted. I'm so tired. I just want to go upstairs and sleep for 3 days. Like, boy, the tour must have really, worked on him. Like, no, that was the women. The women worked on him is what happened. I was married for 18 years. Me and my ex-husband had a healthy sex life. I had been celibate for over 7 years, and I will not lay down with anyone unless he is my husband. I know that's right. Celibate club right here. I ain't ashamed, and I love it because I ain't got to deal with nobody's mess. I might be celibate for the rest of my life. I don't care. I like my freedom, I like my freedom. Give us free. Exactly. You can't have anybody praying over you. I won't do it. I'm afraid of people, and I'm scared of new people. You know what I'm saying? Those new people that just kind of sit back and watch before they approach you and stuff like that. And just like, are you a witch or something? Like, what is your deal? I don't like that. And I don't like, and that's one of the reasons I was thankful for the pandemic was because of that. Because we're not, visiting strange churches and this, that, and the other. And everybody really, had to make up in their mind that either I'm going to get some church some type of way. I'm going to get some Jesus some type of way, or I'm not going to do it at all. And I understand that there are a lot of people who fell off because their thing was going to church. So now for a lot of people, there's no going to church. We're not going to church. We have to be the church. And there are even some pastors don't know how to do that. There have been pastors that have given their congregation COVID. Yes. Because we have to go to church. Just right down the street in Atlanta. Because we had to go to the church building. So you couldn't set up a Zoom or a Facebook like everybody else. You had to be in the pulpit. Yes, they had to go to church and they had to be in the pulpit because if you don't, the collection plate won't get passed. Okay. Girl, that's beyond too much. I just can't, the way my mind is set up, the way my brain is set up, I just can't deal with the foolishness. I have gotten completely over it. All of these people who are jumping and skipping and diving over pews and breaking their back in church, sliding down the aisles and, are you shouting down the walls at your house like you used to when you had on your sharp suit at the church house and you wanted everybody to see your new suit? Sugar says, B Sugar says, same here. And I'm not complaining either. I feel very good. No stress, aggravation, great energy with me, myself, and I. Yes. Heart right back at you. Yes. I love it. I love my freedom. Oh. Sugar said that's it right there. Worried about the collection plate. For real. I ain't lying. I'm not. Y'all know I wouldn't lie to y'all. I am an open book. And sometimes for the people in the bushes, and by the way, thanks to everybody for my thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. I like those likes. For the people in the bushes, if you don't know me, my mouth sometimes does not have a filter, okay? I probably should have said that an hour ago. I probably should have said that like an hour ago. Yeah, now you know. Anywho, so yeah, that was that on that. That Kirk Franklin tea, that was that on that. And I don't know where I stand with that. I don't know if I'll ever listen to his music again. I just can't get behind supporting someone who justified cursing their son out. And then to see the caliber of people who call themselves, saints, people who call themselves Christians, saying that it's okay. That I was really shocked to see that. He released the apology on Instagram. And I was really shocked to see how many Christians were saying, you don't need to apologize. My thing was this: you apologized to the world, but I didn't hear you apologize to your son. That was number two. Number one was the justification of the cursing. Number two was you didn't apologize to the right person. So now for me, I'm like, do I want you sowing a seed in my spirit with your music, knowing what you're capable of and that you are so weak that you could just snap? I mean, you literally could just snap and just cuss somebody out. I could be sitting in the audience and you just snap and cuss me out. I'm not going to your concerts. At this point, I don't trust Kirk Franklin right now to sow any music into my soul. Because let me tell you something. A minister of music doesn't always look like me, okay? A minister of music is someone that you listen to and you get edification out of the lyrics and out of the music. So if Teddy Pendergrass feeds your soul more than, I don't know, Daryl Coley, just, off the top of my head, Daryl Coley is not your minister of music. I mean, I'm just saying, and there's not a lot of people. If you practice with your discernment all the time, there are not a lot of people out there who you would trust to, sow into you with their music as a minister of music. And it's not just because of stuff that you heard, but, sometimes you just get a funny feeling about people. That's your discernment telling you, this might not be for you. And that's why there are so many celebrities out there, because everybody ain't for everybody. Your type of thing and my type of thing may be totally different. And that's okay. There's a lot of music. Like, I didn't even watch the Grammys last night. Now, when I was younger, I used to count on it. When I would see the commercials and the Grammys are coming, ooh, child, I can't wait. Now I could care less. I don't care about any of the awards. I don't even think I watched Sunday Best the last season it was on. I mean, some of this stuff just doesn't speak to me anymore. And I'm a psalmist. Like, I love music. I love to sing. That's not, what I'm saying. I have to be careful, because the anointing that I have is special to me. And I don't want it altered by, someone, who just, this is a job for them. You're singing or you're preaching because this is your job. You know what I mean? And I mean, sermon might be real good. The song might be real good. You may have went through some things. You were singing with conviction because you meant it. But at the same time, a song, music, a sermon, a Bible study should impact you in a way to where, your change is taking place if it hasn't already. That's called deliverance. And so when you get delivered from this stuff, you leave it behind. You don't get out of the pulpit and go sleep with somebody else that was sitting on the pews. You don't get out of the pulpit and go get drunk. You don't get out of the pulpit, Kirk, and go find your pornography. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't add up. You just did a whole concert, but when you go home, you're going to drink and watch porn, or you're going to look at your pornography in a magazine, or you're going to get a stripper. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. They don't think that we acknowledge when or even if they've been delivered from their stuff. The only way somebody, and there's quite a few people like this in the world, the only way some people will even inch their way to think about getting delivered is if somebody calls them out. There are some people who are waiting on your testimony. Some people are waiting on a word from you. Yeah, you sitting there looking at me, because they're tired and they don't know how to get out of the rat race. They don't know how to stop hooking. They don't know how to stop selling drugs. They don't know how they're going to make it through cancer. They don't know how, to get over losing their child. They don't know how, and they're destructive. They're self-sabotaging. I don't know what it took to get Kirk out of pornography and alcohol and, sleeping with women, cheating. I don't know. For all I know, he could still be. But I'm sure his testimony also touched some people. But being authentic, that's the thing that I look for. You can your testimony is only effective if it's authentic and if the deliverance actually worked. Okay? We've all been to church and we've all seen, oh Lord, and the preacher got you messing up my eyebrows and stuff, trying to push me down and all this kind of stuff. It's not going to happen for real unless we saying eye to eye about this thing. I got to believe it. I'm not here for the show, man. I'm telling you, I have gotten up and walked out of some church services because I'm just not there for the ish show. Just can't do it. Just would get mad and upset because, you got to put your cute suit on and run around and, prophesy to everybody and blase, and you'll never get to the sermon. And then when you do get to the sermon, you forgot to read the scripture. We don't even know where your sermon coming from. You just talking. No, that's not, no. I'm just sick of it. I am so take me to the King this year. I am so take me to the King. Are y'all going back to church? Y'all can do what you want to do. I'm fine. I don't need y'all to have church. I got Jesus. That's for real. All I need, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit. I need the Trinity is what I need. JJ said, before taking someone back from the affair, make sure your mate goes to the clinic. I'm going to need you to go to the whole hospital, JJ. I need you to go to the whole hospital. And every test they got, I need you to take all of them. You're going to be in the hospital for a good week fooling around with me. You didn't watch the awards? Chop it up. I just was not feeling it. B Sugar says, JJ, maybe it's just me, but women should know their worth. Amen. Allowing these men to come back after doing his dirt is not acceptance. We shouldn't have to tell people right from wrong. They already know. the thing with that is, though, be sugar. Like, you shouldn't have to tell people right from wrong, but we still have to tell people right from wrong. We shouldn't have to, but yeah, bring it back to their remembrance. You remember that list that I had? My list at. That's a deal breaker right there, sir. You broke the contract. And let me tell you something. I was watching this show Sunday night, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I decided that I wasn't going to, do the commentary on those shows anymore. I'm just not feeling it. It's like a struggle. So I was like, ixnay. But anyway, I like the fact that Mike and Cynthia wrote their own vows. Now, I did some research. So I had to put on my inch-high private eye hat. I did some research. And I found out that these vows did not necessarily come from the Bible. I couldn't find them anywhere. And I said, you know what? If I were to ever get married again, I would definitely have to have a real wedding vow. Something that, I need to hear your wedding vows and tell me what it is you can do for me. I don't want you to get up there and say, until death do us part, when 3 years from now we're going to be divorced. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't tell me that you're going to be here for better or worse and for richer or poorer, and in sickness and in health. And the first time you hear me cough, you pack a bag. I got to go. I can't stay with you. You sick. Carol said, B Sugar, I agree. A woman that knows her worth would not accept this degree of cheating. Hundreds of women is beyond, I made a mistake or an error in judgment. I mean, if my husband was to come home and be like, I got a confession to make. Yes, the rumors that you heard about me having an affair is true. And then she says, how many women was it? And you beat around the bush for 20 minutes and then say, it was a few hundred. I'm going to probably want to cut you a few hundred times. My temper, that's the type of stuff you need to tell me over the phone. I'm going to just be honest. You need to holler at me over the phone, sir, because I can't do it. Don't tell me this in person. Matter of fact, we need to be at the counselors. Okay? We need to be at the counselors meeting, all right? And yeah, that's what we need to do. I don't need to be alone with you when you're about to confess something with, confession. B Sugar says, yes, don't blow smoke up my butt. I mean, I'm just saying, these people kill me. And I hate to gripe on it all the time, but it just annoys me. Like, I really get aggravated over this stuff. Like, totally aggravated. But anyway, I'm trying to think in my mind, now that we've talked about Kirk and all that kind of stuff, I'm trying to think about, there was some other tea that I had to spill. Ooh, I can't think of what it was. I was kind of excited about it too. I may have already told you guys. I told you guys about the stalker on Facebook, and I told you guys about Kirk Franklin and, his trying to hide the truth and didn't do a good job at that. I told you about the hundreds of people sending me friends requests on Facebook, which is creepy. Which is where the stalker probably came from. It's like, how did you find me? How did you single me out? Did I look broke? I must have looked broke in that picture he was looking at. So he decided, oh, she'll be a good person to scam. Or maybe it was the opposite. Maybe I didn't look broke enough. We got her hook, line, and sinker. She can use $3,000. Boy, bye. I can't think of it. Oh my God, I told you about my lapel mic. I don't know. It was something else. And I know when I close this live stream out, I'm going to remember it. So have you guys been let me see. There was some tea over here on the intranet. Oh, I know. I was doing some research for somebody. Um Now I'm gonna pull up my screen. This has nothing to do with Kirk Franklin, okay? We have totally went past that. Yes. Always love yourself. Why wouldn't you? Shoot, if you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. Let's talk YouTube for a minute. No, not YouTube, but business. All right, so and I'm going to make it online. All right, changing my little doohickey here. I love this. This is so much fun to do this. Look at that. Let's talk online business for a minute. So I need to get up my window. That's an email from somebody. All right, I'm going to show you guys something that somebody asked me, and they sent me an email, and I can't, please forgive me, I cannot think of the subscriber's name, but you told me that you were thinking about starting a blog. So I did the research, okay? And as a matter of fact, I probably should go to my email and see who it was, because I don't want to be randomly just talking. Let's see. Somebody told me that I want to start a blog. Let me see. I don't know if I'm going to find it. I don't know. Was it Sarah? No. Was it Joyce? Fashion mogul? No. Was it Chalisa? No. Joyce? Edward? No. It was a lady for sure. I remember that. And she told me that she was getting ready to start a blog, or she was thinking about blogging. And what would I suggest? I can't find your email right now unless I'm overlooking it. I hate that too. I have like so many emails in here. I definitely don't look at how junky I am, okay? Let's see. I'm looking in the titles to make sure. Great story campaign, July blog, fashion mogul, potential guests, face masks. No, that's not it. I don't know where this lady's email is, but she was telling me that she was wanting to start a blog, and she was asking me for my suggestions. So I did some research. Let's see. I'm working on new projects. Chatty blog. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Well, I can't find your email, so I'm super sorry. I thought I may have deleted it, to be honest with you, but hopefully I didn't. But anyway, the good news is I found 2 websites, you guys. So for those of you who are thinking about blogging as a side hustle or as a career, I did the research, and here are the receipts. The top 10 blog sites are as follows, and this is by top 10 best blogsites.com. Wix has outbeat everybody this year. The best blog builder in 2021 is Wix. And I was excited for that because I use Wix for my websites. They have all types of different templates that you can use for your websites. This is my back office that you're looking at. So I run my dad's website, and then I also have mine. And then I have a sub-site that's called Girl Boss Academy, where I teach ladies the things that I know how to build your YouTube channel. And you can have an unlimited amount of these websites and sub-sites or whatever. I only have one of mine that is premium, and I do have, collaborators and stuff. I'm not sure that if I'm going to put my blog back on here or if I'm going to do it on a subsite or not, because I do have some other things on here, and I quite like the way it's set up right now. So if anything, I'll have a subsite, but I use Wix, been using Wix for a long time. So I thought if I ever go back to blogging, what is it? Number two, however, is Squarespace. I've never used Squarespace before, but I will tell you guys, it is not free. So, with that being said, that's probably what won Wix was the fact that Wix, can be free. You can use it completely free. You don't have to get the premium if you don't need it. But Squarespace is even if it's what do you call it, a personal website, it's not free. But they do have some really low cost websites, and I don't know what you get for the money or whatever, but I'm sure it's something to the point of getting your website seen and putting you out there in the algorithm. Network Solutions, I have never used them, but it does say that it's perfect for beginners, whereas Squarespace is best all-in-one platform and Wix is the most popular. So that should answer our questions right there. It's a standout with award-winning blog templates, it's integrated marketing tools and analytics, and great for platforms, whereas Wix has over 500 amazing designer-made templates. It has widest range of features in our comparison, and no tech skills are required. So you can make an outstanding website and an outstanding blog just by using Wix. New York Solutions, like I said, I have never heard of this company before, but they say it's perfect for beginners. It has builder tools, which is good, blog online in no time, and personalized support. 25 years expertise. So Network Solutions has been around for a while, and they have they have 4 stars, so pretty good. Now, I am very familiar with web.com. I actually almost used them instead of Wix, but they changed a lot. Like the templates that they used to be free, weren't. So they would put like the crappy ones that were free, and then the other ones, like you had to pay like a certain amount a month or whatever. It does cost more than Squarespace, I will tell you that. So but I mean, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. Site 123, never heard of them, but it does say that they have simple tools for fast creation, 40% discount within the first 72 hours, and a 24/7 real life support. So that means that it's not free. But I would say if you're an experienced blogger and you just wanting to come back or you want to switch, I would think about something like this, because it seems like it's good for people with the knowledge. Okay, WordPress. I am shocked. I used to use WordPress, and I'm shocked, you guys. I'm shocked. Excuse me, that WordPress is this low on the totem pole with an 8.8. We all know WordPress. We all know people who have WordPress for their websites and stuff, but apparently they didn't make the top list this year. Boost your performance with plugins, which I hate the plugins. I want it to just be a part of the site, which is why I love Wix. Customize as much or as little as you want, and free domain name, hosting, and SSL included. The domain name is only free if you buy a package, okay? It comes with the package, which is the same thing you get with Wix, or you can go to GoDaddy.com and weigh your options. Like if it costs cheaper on GoDaddy.com than it does on Wix, then it will, it'll link together. So you can save a little bit of money. I did that last year, and then somebody wanted to buy my URL. So I got out of GoDaddy, and I used that money to just do everything with Wix. So that was my strategy for this year. So far, so good. I'm in the search engine, so if you look up a life coach, I might just pop up on Google. Yay, me. And then Ionos. I have never heard of these people. They have an 8.6. They say they're very good. Extremely simple and secure 30-day money-back guarantee, which means it's not free. create it yourself with a designer. So find the best blog builder by category. They have this on that site as well. And I will leave this in the description box just in case anybody wants to, tackle that. So check this out. This is the top10.com. Let's see how good they match up, right? So at the top, of course, they have Wix as the most popular. It is the most popular DIY builder at a 9.8. I couldn't agree more. They have Network Solutions, number 2. GoDaddy is number 3 on their list with a 9.2. Squarespace is a number 4 on their list, you guys. It was number 2 at the other one, wasn't it? Let me see. Squarespace over here, yeah, it was number 2 with a 9.7. But over here on Top 10 Best, it's a 9.0. So they're probably putting it at a number 4 because of the price, I would say. WordPress.com is number 5, and then Ionos, I hope I'm saying this right, is number 6 with an 8.8. Site 123 all the way down to number 7. Goodness. And then web.com is number 8. Wow. But if you're looking to sell some products or services, which I have services and digital products that I sell, these are the 2 best. Wix will be number 1. Squarespace will be number 2, because Wix, of course, again, you can get started completely free. And there's so many things that you can, like, you don't have to get a premium site. You can actually get, buy the little trinkets or whatever if you want to for like 99 cents or $1.99. You don't have to do everything, get like a full package. But with Squarespace or Square Online, you do. There is no such thing as a free package. Squarespace, you have to buy one of the sites. Now, I'm going to click on this and take us to see their prices, because that's what people want to know. People want to know about the prices. How much does this stuff cost? And look, they're so good at hiding their prices, aren't they? Look at this. So they're not going to tell you how much stuff costs until you until you sign up. Nay. Won't be signing up for any of your stuff. Okay. Let me go down here and see. Products. I'm looking for pricing. There we go. There's always a guide. Personal is $12. Business is $18. Commerce is $26. And advanced commerce is $40. So it is not a lot. It's not a lot. And then you get contributions unlimited. What does this mean for them? The number of contributors allowed on your website. Really? So you only get 2, but you're paying them $12 a month? And then it says you can save 25% if you do it annually. The most popular one is the $18 a month. I mean, if you want to, then if you come over here and click pay monthly, you see how the prices change. So it goes up a couple dollars, $16, $26, $30, and $46. But now let me do this. Let me go back over here and show you something. This is why comparing for this stuff. And I'm telling you, if you guys have ever been interested in blogging, if you've ever been interested in doing your affiliate marketing and you need a website, I wholeheartedly would go with Wix. Okay, so this right here is their little gamut. What I want to do is I want to just go to Wix.com, and it's probably going to say you're already signed in, which it did, but that ain't what I want. That ain't what I'm talking about. Okay, so upgrade to premium. Get a free domain and remove Wix ads from your site. So if I click on upgrade now, it is going to show me all of my stuff that I have and all the things I've created. And let's say I wanted to upgrade this site, Girl Boss Academy. If I wanted to upgrade this, what am I looking at price-wise? Well, there is the business and e-commerce, which used to be just, commercial. It used to just be, I'm a housewife and I'm not doing a whole lot. But this is now business and e-commerce plans, essential for accepting online payments. So if you make traveler's notebooks, or you make paper clips, or you make pens or whatever, this will be for you. The enterprise plan, okay, it's a little bit cheaper, but it's custom solutions tailored to your brand. So if you are a brand ambassador or if you are an influencer, then this is probably the side you need to be on, right? There's a 14-day money back guarantee for premium, but the VIP over here for the enterprise, if you're self-made, self-owned, you got your own hustle going on, $18 a month, or the combo for personal use only $14 a month. And yeah, this is just flat out. So if you want everything unlimited, of course, you would get the 18. But if you're just starting out, I would recommend you, because unless you're going to be, putting up videos and stuff, but still, you can do 30 minutes of videos. So if you want to do a 5-minute video, every other day and switch them out, you can. I've never had a problem with that, being free. Now, me, I'm at the pro, so I get 2 hours of video. I get 20 gigabytes of storage space. This is about right. And then you get, the reason I wanted this is for the vouchers. This is what puts you in the search engine so people can find you. And, whether you're on social media or not, you look up whatever category you're into and you're going to be in the Google, search. And you want to stay up there, super high. Then if you're like a business, they have plans, for you to do that. But again, you don't have to start off with anything. You could be totally free and get, you can be free SSL certified. You get storage space, video hours. You get a ton of stuff. You get all the templates. You don't have to pay for any templates. You can change your look when you want to. Like, it's just really great. So the website plans are that, and then you have the business. So if you're like, again, you're the boss and this is your, thing or whatever, you've got that $23 a month, $27 and $49. And then if you are enterprise, they set up a call for you and the complete solution starts at $500, which means I have employees and I have that type of business. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like Wix. I have not had any problems with Wix at all. I really, I like it a lot. So for me, it's a yes. Squarespace, I didn't try it, but for like maybe a day or two, and it didn't have any, it didn't have near as many, bells and whistles or whatever. So yeah, that was that for me. What are y'all talking about? Wait just a minute. I came over here and y'all were having a whole conversation. Let me get back in this chat. I agree, a woman that knows her worth. Okay, I think I've already read that. Don't blow smoke up my butt. Remember your worth. Remember to love yourself. Lord have mercy. That sounds like a court case. I just saw something that said blog. Miss me. Thank you for coming in. Y'all show some love if you haven't. That's my girl. Walk by faith. 20, we have to pick a day to discuss. Oh, Sharon Osbourne chastising Cheryl Underwood. I thought it was so disrespectful. I did see a little something about that. JJ says, I agree. I hate when Sharon told Cheryl not to cry. Well, shoot. Let's just look it up. We're here. Why not just look it up? Okay. Sharon Osbourne. And what's her name? Cheryl Underwood. Well, let's just see about this. Let's see what they're saying, you guys. Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood still at odds after talk race flap. Is this a good one to read? Let's see. This is page 6. Page 6 is good. All right, let's see what's going on. Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood still at odds after talk race flap. This was updated by Carol Greer, March 15, 2021 at 8:20 p.m. Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood are still at odds following their recent talk spat. It's been nearly a week since Sharon Osbourne flipped on Cheryl Underwood for questioning her defense on Piers Morgan's controversial comments about Meghan Markle on the talk. And the co-host still have not reconciled. Okay, so they're co-hosts together. Okay, I get it now. Sharon is pissed at Cheryl because she feels like she helped sow a seed that she's racist, and Osborne's unable to rationalize that that's not what happened. An insider on the NBC daytime show told Page Six. In fact, the insider said that Sharon went crazy after the show and screamed, "I'm getting my lawyers." Oh boy. Osborne issued a lengthy apology to those she offended in the black community, but did not mention Underwood. So a source close to Osborne, however, told us she did reach out to Underwood personally. She texted her a very detailed, emotional, and heartfelt apology on Friday. It was very personal, and Cheryl did not get back to her, the source said. So Osborne later gave an interview to Variety magazine where she lashed out against CBS for blindsiding her with that segment. But sources told us that it was Osborne who initially wanted to talk about Morgan and Markle on the show. So whenever Sharon is in the news, she always goes to the producers and she wants to address it on the show. And she was aggressive about supporting Pierce on social media and got dragged for it. So she came to work after being labeled a racist on Twitter and asked to address what was going on online. So she was not blindsided by CBS, the insider said. So now, Osborne was initially going to address it in a monologue, but 30 to 45 minutes before going live, we're told producers changed their minds and decided they wanted a discussion between the hosts. So the insider continued, everyone knew there was going to be a discussion. Sharon was already hyper emotional and she was expecting cover from Cheryl, and then she felt attacked. So she blames Cheryl. In the post-show meeting, she screamed, "I'm getting my lawyers." Okay? The Osborne source explained Sharon expected maybe 2 questions, not a 20-minute segment on it. So it broke precedent, and to make matters worse, the ladies had a come-to-Jesus moment a few weeks ago, vowing to have each other's backs. For her to get attacked the way she did felt very painful. CBS announced it was investigating the exchange over Osborne dropped the F-bomb twice, including yelling, "I can't be racist. I'm a bleaking Jew." So the Page Six exclusively revealed co-host Elaine Weltworth and her hairstylist have complained there is an alleged racial insensitive and hostile environment on the show. Woo! The investigation comes after years of other high-profile scandals involving, wait, don't mess me up like that, involving toxic work environment and racial allegations at the network. A rep for CBS has not commented but released a statement on Friday following the announcement. "We are committed to diverse, inclusive, and respectful workplace," they said. So the talk suspended live episodes and aired previously recorded shows. On Monday and Tuesday, they are expected to return to live shows on Wednesday. Well. Oh boy, I tell you. What do I think about that? I don't know. I'm mulling it over in my head because I don't really watch these people. CBS launches internal review after Sharon Osbourne's heated debate with Cheryl Underwood in The Talk. During Wednesday's episode of The Talk, Sharon Osbourne said that she had been accused of being racist after voicing her support for Pierce Morgan. Well, let's just see what's up. So, I was so sorry to hear about the death of Murray Walker, such an incredible good broadcaster, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Pierce Morgan on Twitter. Should I go to Pierce Morgan's Twitter and see what's going on? Sure, why not? We're all here. let's just see what he could possibly be tweeting about, and so forth and so on. All right, Piers Morgan. Oh, this guy. He's not really tweeting about anything. Has he already moved on? Wow. Well, whatever your opinion of Pierce and that interview, I've read his book Wake Up, and it makes a lot of sense. We're all being bullied by a voice of our minority. Piers Morgan shares cancel culture, quote, following GMB departure. UK News, Yahoo. Piers Morgan shares cancel culture, quote, following GMB departure. Yep, I'm clicking on it. Yep, I am a glutton for punishment. Piers Morgan appeared to make a point remark about his former employees as he shared an extract from his book on Twitter. The presenter left his job at ITV's Good Morning Britain last week after refusing to apologize for comments about his Duchess of Sussex interview with Oprah Winfrey. He said he did not believe claims made by Meghan in the interview, which included comments about her mental health and racism within the royal family. He has since said that he has become the latest victim of the cancel culture that is permitting our country every minute of every hour of every day. Though, of course, I consider myself to be neither a victim nor actually canceled. On Monday, he shared a highlighted extract from his book, Wake Up, which reads, cancel culture is not about whether obvious racists should be given platforms. It's about potentially seeing your life and career turned upside down for expressing opinions that the woke brigade don't like about anything. Well, really, I'm lucky in that although there have been repeated attempts to cancel me, including petitions to have me sacked, but you quit. The entirety of my book aged like a bottle of corked, or whatever that word is, whatever y'all drink there. So, bottom line is, he's mad and he said this stuff. And then, of course, Sharon Osbourne would say something. Oh, there they go. There they go. Look at what research will get you. Yep. And of course they're pals. They're from the same place. She probably vacations there. She goes there, has family in the UK and all that stuff. So yeah, of course. Oh dear. Osborne, 68, has supported her friend, saying, I feel like I'm about to be put in the electric chair because I have a friend who many people think is a racist, so that makes me a racist. Oh, okay. Well, now, on Friday morning, she issued a long apology saying after some reflection, she was truly sorry. Okay, so she apologizes. Okay. Morgan expressed outrage. She had been obliged to apologize for backing him, writing on Twitter, Sharon's been shamed and bullied into apologizing for defending me against colleagues accusing me of racism because I don't believe Meghan Markle's bull. I mean, dude, there is a way you can deliver things without offending people. I have said this time and time again, if you are in the media, it pays for you to be politically correct, whether you want to or not. If you have built your career on things like this, you are the unpopular opinion among people, who obviously aren't going to do anything to ruffle feathers of, the Duchess, you know what I mean? Like, come on, or the Queen, I probably, would have kept my mouth shut and just thought what I thought, in my head or something like that. I certainly wouldn't have said it out loud to offend anybody, especially because you're not just talking about Meghan Markle, you're talking about her kid as well. That's her kid. You know what I mean? Does anybody, I like that? That's what I'm getting from this. You're not just talking about her, you know. So yeah, I completely understand. And knowing Cheryl Underwood, I can hear her voice in my head, and she's not gonna back down. She means what she said, and she meant what she meant. And I feel like there's a way that you can deliver things without being so crass and so rude sounding. And I don't care if he's in his 60s. He should know better. But if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You know, if you think that, Megan's, whole interview was bull, or was it the fact that, she was interviewed by Oprah Winfrey? That just made it a lot worse, right? Of course Megan would, have an interview with Oprah. They're both black, right? Yeah. Miss Me says this isn't the first time race has been an issue. I read that. I just read that. Mistress 20, you have the voice to be a news reporter. Your voice is soothing and inviting. Thank you, Walk by Faith. Thank you so much. They did the X Factor together. Sure did. I remember that. I don't even like the X Factor, but I used to like Sharon Osbourne when she had her own talk show. And I just used to wonder, why did Sharon Osbourne marry Ozzy? They don't look like they mesh well. But they've been together forever, and she ain't going nowhere. So I guess, maybe she thought he was like the most handsome. I don't know. But Sharon to me looks like, she could be into politics or something. She does not look like she would be married to a rocker. Like, I'm just saying. Anyway. Walk by Faith. Yes, ma'am. They used to call him Satan's son when he was on stage. Wow. The bat thing. Fun fact, Ozzy wasn't the first to do that. No, Alice Cooper did it first. We all know that. Alice Cooper did it first. Okay, maybe everybody didn't know that, but I knew that. Okay. And Alice Cooper and Ozzy Osbourne were not my favorite. Billy Idol was my favorite before you jumped down my throat. Oh, yeah. And Julian. What was his last name? Y'all are going to kill me. I can't think of his last name right now, but he's like super famous. He was like a one-hit wonder, though, back then in the day. And he didn't do rock music at all. But he had this song, Much Too Late for Goodbye, and that's the only song I remember of him. But I'll think of his last name. It's like his dad is like super popular. His dad was like murdered or something. Like, I don't know. Anyway, biting the head off of birds and drinking the blood. That's crazy. It's insane, but that's what they used to do on stage. I mean, I saw the video. Alice Cooper literally did that, and I thought he was absolutely bananas. I mean, who does that? Like, I thought he was bananas. Sharon Osbourne said the F word on camera. Yep, I just read that. And it's not the first time. I remember when she called Holly Robinson Pete ghetto. Did she? Holly? Like, I would like Holly to get a little ghetto sometimes. I don't think she's enough ghetto. Ozzy Osbourne had a million of affairs, and Sharon knows about the affair. Yeah, they talked about it on their reality show. The kids talked about it with them. Like, yeah, I mean, she knew. She just is so laid back, and she just is like, like Ray, the movie Ray, when the wife and Ray are talking on the phone and she had the baby, and she said, I'm not stupid. I know what you do on the road. I know how it is, but don't bring your work home. Meaning, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. She better not call my house, whoever she is. You know what I'm saying? And then wasn't it Regina that said, she was in Ray's band, yeah? And she said, forget about your wife. I'm your wife when we're on the road. So he had a work wife and a real wife with some kids at the house. And it's true. Some people do live like that. And I think Sharon Osbourne was definitely one of those wives. but money talks. So she's not going to walk away from all that money. She's got, an image to protect. She has children to raise. You know what your husbands are doing out there on the road, you know. Saying it's not going to be a whole lot of people out there that are, you know. So, anyway, that's what I think. I do remember that guy. I've never liked him. I think that Sharon was put between a rock and a hard place, but at the same time, she doesn't have the nicest mouth at times. If you've ever seen her talk show, so I feel like instead of sending Cheryl a text message, no matter how heartfelt the text message was, I think she is owed a public apology. And if they're going to run live tomorrow or Wednesday, because, yeah, it'll be Wednesday, she has a whole 24 hours to think about this apology and sit down with Cheryl and apologize publicly, since all of this happened publicly. I would not, if I were Cheryl, I would not accept a text apology. You know, we got down and said what we said in public, so you're going to apologize to me in public. Not to the people, not apologize to the show, but apologize to me. There you go. I said what I said. Yes! Julian Lennon! Miss me, I love you so much. You read my mind. Julian Lennon. I so had a crush on him. He was so fine. And I loved his song. I was in middle school when I heard that song. And I had a poster of Billy Idol up on my wall. And I was just like wigging out over my two favorite. And then, of course, I was in love with Michael Jackson. And I always thought I was going to marry Prince until I found out how tall he was. And I was like, that'd be kind of awkward. So, you know. But I was like, yeah, those four could have been my baby daddy. Like, for real. Like, psh, I'll go half. What? Oh my God. I am not even kidding. So there, you know, my dirty little secret. A preacher's kid is, you know, obsessed with, you know, crazy people. Yeah, that's me. Reed said, now the daughter Kelly Osbourne looks like she fits the Aussie personality. Oh, for sure. You know, but she's always been a little on edge. She does what she wants. Thank you, Miss Me, for that. Julian Lennon was everything. Walk by Faith says that she has a very vulgar mouth, no filter. She always has this attitude towards black women, like, stay in your place. You know, I never noticed that, but I do believe it. Because the older they get, you know, you can't stay married to Ozzy Osbourne for all these years and not pick up some of his traits. So, you know, we all know how filthy his mouth is. So, you know what I'm saying? We know. We heard you. We heard you, okay? Sharon admitted to accepting an open relationship. She married Ozzy for money. Well, you know, if Ozzy dies first, she'll be very happy in her old age. I just saw something. Okay, amen. You disrespect me in public, then you owe me a public apology. For sure. That's how I feel about it. So, some of y'all know this and some of y'all don't. Because we don't watch the same people all the time. Let me get my text right. Let's go to the YouTube streets. Because I know some of y'all know some dirt out here. Some facts. That's what I should call it. Factual. Okay? We're going to do the YouTube streets. We're going to close it out with the YouTube streets. We're fixing to talk about what's going on in the YouTube streets. Bam. There it is. The YouTube streets. Now, looky here. I hope they do. She's got until Wednesday, Carol. You're welcome, sis. But Prince was my man. I said I couldn't be married to Prince because, like, I was 13 and I was taller than him. So then Michael Jackson was going to be my baby daddy. So we cool. We could be neighbors. You know what I'm saying? We could collab, you know. Our kids can, like, do an album together and all that, you know. Listen, Lindas. Listen, Lindas. All right. I got to do something. I got to pull this up because I want y'all to see some things. Because I've seen some things. So I want you to see some things with me. And we're all going to see some things together. Oh, Lordy. I was in the YouTube streets, okay? And I had seen some stuff, right, in the YouTube streets that just disturbed me. And I wanted to talk about it because, I was like, I was feeling some type of way. And normally I don't pay attention to the ratchet, the young and the ratchet. But this right here, I was like, oh my God. Like, well, you'll see. Let me go ahead and share the screen so y'all can see what I see. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I'm not using my headphones, so maybe you guys can hear this. But does anybody out there watch Liv's Life? Do you? So I hate her intro because it's not for real, so I'm gonna skip that. This is where she said, I'm getting my lips done. Plus, I met someone new. Okay. No, if you don't know, because I was going to say, y'all all know how I feel about getting your face touched up and all this stuff. I feel some type of way. Okay, this is like the little cream stuff that she has to put on her lips to prep. I'm skipping through this just to get to the part that I, am upset about. Is, okay, if you don't know, Olivia is mixed. And her mom, if I'm not mistaken, is white, but she's still mixed. And I feel some type of way about her altering her body to fit a more African American type woman. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard a lot of things that she's done. So it's causing me to do some research because I feel some type of way. Her children are obviously darker than her because she loves to date black men. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just, and didn't I hear that she cut one of her kids' hair? Like she cut her daughter's hair or something? Did I hear that? Let me go to my chat real quick. Did I hear that, you guys? Let me get these wheels turning right here so I can see what you guys are saying right quick. Because I felt like that's what I heard through the grapevine, that this chick was doing all that. Walk by Faith says, I cannot watch Olivia. It's like watching paint dry. She's brainless. All she knows how to do is put on makeup and lip gloss. I say, look at me, I'm beautiful. Miss Me says, Sheila can get this smoke. Sheila is saved, girl. Stop that. Walk said both of you guys would have had a fight, Sheila E, because she loved her some Prince. Well, she's saved now, so she don't care. Yeah, listen. She cut the daughter's hair to get back at her husband. You see what I'm saying? This is the bull that I wish would miss. She cut Robin's hair off. That's what I was trying to. Okay, now let me go back to the thing. And for those of you who have never seen this before, this is what. And I'm going to cut that because I don't know if she's using, the right kind of music or not. And I don't want to get copywritten. But she's putting this stuff. And here, she had eyelashes put on the other day, last week. And she started yanking them out at home. And she's actually taken some of her lashes off with those. You see? Did you see? Do you see? Pull it again, Liv. You see? She's taking her lashes out with the lashes that were put on. So she looks crazy. Look. Do you see the gaps in here? Look at that. Look at it. Hey. That had to hurt. Look. Look. She's bald right there. Bald. You see where my cursor is? There's nothing there. Ugh. That's crazy. Okay, she still got music going. So this is her getting fillers. I was trying to explain this to somebody because I told my sisters, I said, I know Liv got something done to her lips because folks' lips just don't plump like that. She did not get surgery, but she definitely had fillers put in her lips. And a conversation struck up and, I was like, I know she had something done. And why does she always, and my girl Reese, she mentioned it on her channel. Thank God for Reese Unfiltered. And look how they just stab you in the lip. Woo! Look at that. I mean, she ain't being gentle or nothing. I guess that cream was supposed to like deaden the lips. Oh my God. Look at that. Holy cow. No, absolutely not. Not for me. I don't need nobody stabbing me in my lip for my lips. I have thin lips as a black woman and they'll just be thin. I don't care. Like, no. I mean, look at that. Holy Toledo. Oh my. And then she is oh. If you don't look at this foolishness and mess, this girl looks like she just got into a street fight at the club and the other person won. Oh my God. That is terrible, you guys. Look at that. She looks like she got stung by a few bees. Like somebody just smacked her dead in the mouth with the back of their bald head or something. Like, this is not of God at all. That doesn't look natural. I wonder, did her kids like notice that? I mean, that's crazy. Like, I mean, all jokes aside, being real, I personally think Olivia is a pretty girl. I think she definitely could lose some weight and get healthier. You know what I mean? She's starting to breathe a little hard and stuff like that. So I feel like, yeah, she can definitely, lose some weight. Okay. We all can. That journey is not easy the older you get, so you need to do it while you're young. Olivia is 30. But I'm not even mad at the lashes. Okay. But when you start altering your face and getting like stuff done to your eye and stuff done to your lip and stuff done to your nose, and it's too much. And that does not look normal. Can't do the music.
I'm done. Here's the finished look. I mean, it's swollen right now. But I feel like my face is already trying to bruise. I look so crazy with half these lashes on. I kind of want to go get my lashes done again, but I'm so crazy, right?
Look at that. Look. When I tell you pull every lash out, this girl is nuts. That girl, I don't know how you guys feel about plastic surgery, and it's not plastic surgery, okay? I exaggerate sometimes. You guys know I exaggerate, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't. You know how I plump my lips? With lipstick. It's called an ombre effect. You take the dark, you put on the outside, you take the light, and you put it on the inside, and if you fade it, and look, they're pouty. And that's all you need. Where are you getting this money to do all this? Olivia? Well, she claims she's the boss, right? So let me see what you guys have to say about this. What do you guys have to say about this? Ree said that's sad. Walk by Faith says that those girls are so cute, just precious, and Olivia never even takes care of their hair. Carol says she did cut Robin's hair. I didn't know which kid, but I knew she did something. Walk by Faith says that she told her subscribers that she took the money that she was supposed to get Robin's hair done with and had her lips done instead. What? That is evil. Miss Me says she's numb. She's numb in the brain too. Why would you do that? Walk by Faith says that Olivia should have took that money and got her some deep therapy. Get that baby's hair done. And Carol, of course, is creeped out. Miss Me said, I'm all for body modification, just not the reality TV type. Make it look natural. That's what I'm saying. Like, her lips don't look natural. And it's probably because, we know what she looks like for real. And then now you've got the big lips all of a sudden. And it's like, who hit you in the lip? Did somebody throw like an apple and it just whack? Like, that's what it looks like. It looks like, somebody took a baseball bat and just, pat, 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 like that. Looks like it hurts. Yes, she is pretty, but her disposition is ugly. I agree. She kidnapped her natural. Wow, she kidnapped her natural eyelash. And then there's Gerard. So maybe she's doing it for, she's married. Did you guys know that? Some of y'all already knew that. She's married and they're separated. I don't know if it's legal or whatever, but they're supposed to be getting a divorce. He's already moved on with somebody else. So, he's divorced up here and in his heart, possibly. I don't know how he feels about, Olivia, but he's obviously, divorced. Like, that's it. I'm divorced. We're not getting back together. Want. So we understand that. We get that. And then she had this other guy, and whatever his name is, he's crazy and a little drunk a lot, and always on Instagram, not saying anything. Is it Brandon? Is that his name? Or Bryant or whatever? So, I mean, it's just always something with Olivia. I wish that Olivia would literally, like, forget about a man for a minute. Forget about all that. And literally just think about your kids and think about your life and where you need to be, so that your children can look at you and be like, I'm so proud of my mom. Like, my mom is everything. And I'm not saying that her kids don't love her. We all loved our mommies, regardless of any mistakes. Mommy is mommy, Mommy holds it down or whatever. But I'm just saying that's the type of stuff I think about. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if every mother is like that. But, even now, my daughter is, 29 years old. I'm like, I want her to be proud of me. I want her to, not be ashamed to say, that is my mom. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like Olivia thinks like that. I don't think she gets it, that it's not all about her. Olivia thinks everything is about Olivia. Why would you take the child's money that you're supposed to be getting your child's hair fixed and then you go and get lip plumper? You could have done that with lip gloss. You could have got a plumper gloss at Walmart and taken your baby to her hair appointment. This is ridiculous. Walk by Faces, yes, she is pretty, but her disposition is ugly. Doreen said, wow, sis, you still on here. We had a lot to talk about. Walk by Faces, Brandon, Brian, aka Crazy. Normally, I'd be gone within an hour, but we had a lot to cover. It was a lot going on. But I just had to get that off my chest about Olivia because I don't understand. I just really don't understand. I just felt like, but I'm glad that she was like, I got my lips plumped. I didn't think she was going to talk about it. I thought maybe she was going to skim over it. You know what I'm saying? Just act like it didn't happen. So, now that she's done that, I can be quiet. I'll probably talk about Jazzy tomorrow because that's going to take a whole hour right there. So, and I've been on for 2 hours. Yay, me. Look at me holding a show down for 2 hours like I'm a real radio show host. Walk by Faces, Olivia is narcissistic. Everything is about Olivia, and that's sad. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that. Miss Me said that she's still selfish. She's not ready to care for anyone. I totally agree with that. I mean, you can't be selfish and be a good mom. You cannot just think about yourself. You have your children to think about, and it's really crazy how, some of these mothers, and I wouldn't even consider Olivia a young mother, I hate the opening of her show, her videos or whatever, because it's not true. We hardly ever see her children, in her videos. We just see her. And here lately, her content has been crap. Okay? The only thing I can say about, Jasmine is that at least, she's putting forth a tiny bit of effort, and the kids are getting something good out of it. They're getting to play and stuff like that. But her content overall, without her kids is like, she's nothing going on. She's not going back to school. She doesn't have a job. She wants YouTube to be her full, income, and she's not doing anything to up her subscribers, getting, affiliate marketing, getting, stuff done. It doesn't work like that, honey. Just because you have a YouTube channel doesn't mean that you can just let it sit there and you copy somebody else. Like, that's creepy. Did you guys see the video of everything Jazzy has copied? Did that not freak you out? Oh yeah, we're gonna tackle that tomorrow. We're gonna tackle that tomorrow on Tuesday Talks. Cause that's creepy. That's a real life stalker-ish type situation. Ish. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what you guys are talking about. Oh, lure not Jasmine. Jasmine makes my flesh crawl. The lies, the lies. She got like candy burrs. The lies, the lies, the lies. I know. All right, guys. We have done this for 2 hours. I'm so proud of myself because I'm never on for 2 hours and 16 minutes. But oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget, you can always hit that button and become a member and all that good stuff. You guys in the bushes, do consider subscribing so that, we can hang out and do this again. I love you guys so much. I will be on tomorrow, hopefully at my regularly scheduled time, which is 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. And in the meantime, live on purpose, be safe out there, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.